So today we are going to be talking about we are going to be dealing with the keyboard. From our lesson. This is lesson 6. So if you're not joining us, or we've done with lesson 5, so this is lesson 6. So we're going to be continuing from where we stopped from lesson 5, right? We're going to be continuing from where we stopped from lesson 5. So from lesson in the previous lesson, lesson 5, I was teaching you the names of all the white keys. Yeah, and I stopped at G, right? So we are going to go over to the keyboard right now, so I can start showing you I continue from where I stopped. So if you're welcome, like I always say, you need to go back to my lesson 5, lesson 4, lesson 3, lesson 2, lesson 1. If you're new in this channel, like I said, this channel is all about teaching you how to become a self-developed keyboardist, how to become a professional by yourself. So this is lesson 6. This is lesson 6. So if you're just joining us for the first time, you're welcome, and you're in the right place. Yeah, if you always wanted to be a better keyboardist or a better pianist, there's a place to be. So you can bring your friends along, your colleagues, share the links to them, your friends or loved ones. Let them be also be partakers of this knowledge that is being shared. So um, I'm gonna be starting from this section. So let's move over to the keyboard. Let's continue from where we stopped, right? Yeah, let's move over to the keyboard now. Yup. You're welcome. Can you see the keyboard? Okay. Okay. This class is going to be superb. Today's class is going to be superb. It's going to be so superb, It's going to be so superb. Are you there? Hope you're with your keyboard, and hope you're with your notes and your pen, because we are going to write a lot of things down. So please get your keyboard ready, even as I'm getting my sets. I'm getting my gadget set. Get your keyboard ready. Get your piano. Or your biro and your pen. Get everything set. Yeah. So hope you can see the keyboard. Can you see it? Good. So let's continue from where we stop. Now we said that remember what I told you from the lesson 5. I said, be it a keyboard, a piano, or an organ, the first key letter name is the key letter C. You must understand that. That is very, very important. That is the introductory part of the practical section in the keyboard or a piano. You must know that. So the first letter or the key, the first letter or the first key in the piano or a keyboard is the key C. And I told you that the keyboard are arranged in the way we have our alphabet. We have our alphabet like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Those are your alphabets. So the keyboard are arranged just like the same pattern. Did you get? So, and I told you the first letter or the first key in any piano or in any keyboard is the key C. And I told you that it's only on rare occasion or once that I've seen the keyboard, the keys beginning with either F or A, right? Either F or A. But most keyboards begin with key letter C. So, and I told you, after in the alphabet, in your A, B, C, after key C, after your letter C, what's the next letter? The next letter is what? Letter D, right? And after D, what is now the next letter? After key D, what's the next letter? The next letter is key what? Key E. After key E in the alphabet, what's the next letter? C, D, E, then F. After your F in the alphabet, what's the next letter? C, D, E, F, G. Right there. So we are going to hold it right there. We're going to hold it right there. Now, after your G, what is your next letter? So, what will be the next letter now? I know some of you will say H. There's nothing like H in music. Do you understand? There's nothing like H or I or J in music. So let me teach you. Let me introduce a new techniques so that you can understand. There's nothing like H in music. Okay, so we'll stop at G, right? G, C, D, E, F, G. Now in music theory, you got to understand that in music theory, there is no key letter I or J or H. There's nothing like that. So now that we stopped at key G, we will now have to start all over from key letter A. Yes, key letter A. Remember I told you A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now that we stop at this is C, D, E, F, G. Now we'll start all over from key A. That's how the music things run. In music, that's how we have it. We don't have H. We don't have I. Once we stop at G, we continue all over from the beginning. G is the ending, so we start all over A. So this is your letter A right now. Did you get that? This is letter A. So in music in general, we don't have such thing like I, H, we don't have it. So once we start from your C, your D, your E, your F, your G, we'll start all over from the beginning. So G is the end note of the climax. So you start all over from A. Understand? So this is A, right? Now after your A, what do you have in alphabet? A, what do you have? You have B, right? After B, what do we have next? We have C again. So you see? Did you get that? Remember we stop at G. C, D, E, F, G. This is where we stopped, right? Remember this is where we stopped. So after G, I told you we are going to start all over from the beginning. There's nothing like H or I or J. No. G is the climax in music theory. So after G, we'll start all over from the beginning. The foundation, which is the beginning note. The beginning note is what? Is C, is A. A. Then followed by, after your A in alphabetical order, what do we have? We have B. And then we have C again. Do you understand? Now, I'm still teaching you how to identify and know your white keys. Remember I told you I'm going to teach you how to identify your white and black keys today, but I'm starting from the white key first. So now we've been able to identify this is C, the first letter in any keyboard or piano. The first letter is C, the second one is D, the third one is E, F, G. And I told you after G, we don't have something like, we don't have such thing as H or I or J. So after G, because G is the climax, G is where it stops in music. That's how it is. So the next key you're going to have is A. You start all over again. A. Then your B. And then your C. The same thing. This is C, right? So let's continue. Let's continue from where we stop. C. After C, what do we have? D, right? Then E. Then F, right? Then G, right? After G, what do we have? Remember I said no H. What do we have? A, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So it continues like that. Do you understand? Hope you get that. So you've been able to know this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we've been able to identify that, right? Wow, that is great. At least now you now know that the first letter is key C. That is great. So let's continue. Now, if you observe or notice closely, if you observed or notice closely on the keyboard, if you observed or notice closely on the keyboard key letter names, the one I just gave you now, you will discover that all the keys are being repeated from one particular key to its own in another sequence or series. What do I mean? Now, please pay close attention. If you observe closely, this is C, right? After C is what? D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I said if you observe closely, or if you notice the letters, you will discover that this C is the same thing with this C, it's the same thing with this C, it's the same thing with this C, and the same thing with this C. They are being repeated, right? That means what does this mean? Now listen to me closely. Now, from this C, we are going to start all over again. Now listen to me. So now from this C, now we move to D, we move to E, we move to F, we move to G, we move to A, we move to B, then C. So what is here, it is what is being repeated here. Did you get it? So they are not playing any new thing. What is here is what's being repeated here, and it's what's being repeated as well here. So they are not doing any new thing. The only difference is this one that is here is higher than this C. This is C. This is another C, right? Now this C is higher in sound and in version than this C. But it's the same thing. Look at this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You see, so the higher we ascend, the more we ascend from this, the higher. If you observe closely, the higher the sound. You see, this one is the lower C, high C. You know, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and the lighter it becomes. So the more you play it, and the higher you ascend, the lighter the note becomes. Do you get it? So it's the repetition of this. They brought it the same thing. They brought the same thing here. They brought the same thing here. And they brought the same thing here. They brought the same thing here. They brought the same thing here. Then they brought the same thing here. Can you get it? So that means that repeating what it means that they're repeating all the keys. All the keys of the keyboard. That's what they are doing. They're repeating all the keys. Can you get it? Hope you understand what I'm teaching you. If you don't understand, please ask your question. Drop your question, like I said. Drop your question. So what they do is that they repeated this key. They repeated them here. They repeated it here, and they repeated it here. Yes. So it's the same thing, but the only difference is that this one is higher. This C is higher than this lower C. This one is higher than this one. This one is higher than this one. Like that. So this one is higher. This one is higher in sound than this one. And this is the last C. Higher than this one. So it's the same thing that they're just repeating it all over again. Right?